everyone. Today we are going to start a new topic of chapter 13, that is average speed. But before starting average speed, we have to talk about always uniform motion and non-uniform motion. We can't talk about the average speed without talking about uniform and non-uniform motion. So first of all, we are discussing about uniform motion. So uniform motion means when an object covers the equal distance in an equal interval of time. Like always we are saying motion means whenever any object it covers the distance in a time. Okay. So uniform motion means when an object covers the equal distance, it is covering the equal distance in an equal interval of time. It is known as uniform motion because uniform means same. Always it is covering the equal distance in an equal interval of time. You can see in this example, maybe this is an object and it has to move from A point to D point. And for reaching from A point to D point, again and again it is covering a 1 kilometer. Maybe has started its journey from A point and now it will reach to the B point. And for reaching to the B point from A, it is covering 1 kilometer and it is taking a 1 hour. After reaching the B point, now it has to reach to the C point. And again, for reaching to the for reaching to the C point, again it is covering a 1 kilometer and again it is taking a 1 hour. Now from now it has reached to the C point. Now it has to move to the C point and it has reached to the D point. And again for reaching to the D point, again it is taking a 1 hour and it is covering a 1 kilometer. So we can see in this example again and again it is covering a equal distance. It means it is covering a 1 kilometer and it is taking a 1 hour. So it is covering a equal distance in an equal interval of time. So this type of motion, it means this object, it is showing a uniform motion. So if we will calculate the speed of this object, so as we know the formula of the speed, distance upon time. This is the formula. So distance again and again 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 and 1. And it is taking a 1, 1 and 1 hour. It means 3 by 3. It means 1 kilometer per hour. So the speed of this object is a 1 kilometer per hour. It means it is taking equal time and it is covering equal distance. So it is showing the uniform motion. So always the speed will be same. Now our next topic is non-uniform motion. So as we have discussed uniform motion means equal distance. It is covered by an object in an equal interval of time. Now next is non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion means it is not same. Okay. So when an object covers the equal distance in an unequal interval of time, or we can say when an object covers an unequal distance in an equal interval of time. You can see there are two conditions. First, maybe an object it may cover the equal distance in an unequal interval of time, or another condition maybe an object maybe it can cover unequal distance in an equal interval of time. So this type of motion it will be called by non-uniform motion. You can see in this example, maybe again this is an object and it has to move, it has to cover from this point A point to D point. It has reached to the D point and it will start its journey from A point. Okay. So from it is starting its journey from A point. Now it has reached to the B point. And for reaching to the B point, it is covering 1 kilometer, but it is taking half an hour. After reaching B point, now it will start its journey. Now it will reach to the C point, and for reaching to the C point, again it is covering a 1 kilometer, but now it is taking 1 hour. Maybe road is very busy, road will not be vacant, and maybe signal is there. So many vehicles are there. So now it is taking a 1 hour. Now it will start its journey from C point. Now it will reach to the D point. Again for reaching to the D point, it is taking 2 hours, but and it is covering a 1 kilometer. Again, maybe road is very busy, traffic is there, heavy traffic is there on the road, so it is taking a 2 hour. Maybe sometime it has stopped for some time for somewhere, okay, in between the C and D point. So it is taking a 2 hour for covering only 1 kilometer. So you can see in this example again and again it is covering a 1 kilometer. It means same distance, but it is taking an unequal interval of time. It is taking, first it is taking a half an hour, next it is taking a 1 hour, next it is taking a 2 hour. So time is not same, but distance is equal. So this object, it will show non-uniform motion. Now another condition, as we are saying, maybe an object, it can cover an unequal distance in an equal interval of time. So we can see in this example, now again there is an object and it has to move from A point to D point. And from, it is starting its journey from A point, now it has reached to the B point. And for reaching to the B point, it is covering a 1 kilometer and it is taking a 1 hour. Now after reaching B point, again it has to start its journey and it will reach to the C point. And for reaching to the C point, again it is taking a 1 hour, but it is covering only half kilometer. Now again after reaching to the C point, it has to start its journey and it will reach to the D point. And for reaching to the D point, again it is taking a 1 hour and it is covering a 1 kilometer. So we can see in this example, distance is unequal. In the first 1 hour it is covering a 1 kilometer, in the next 1 hour it is covering a half kilometer, and the next 1 hour it is covering a 1 kilometer. It means distance is unequal, but time is equal, because again and again it is taking a 1 hour. So this type of motion is known as non-uniform motion. So as we are saying, non-uniform motion may be an object, it may cover the equal distance in an unequal interval of time, and it may cover the unequal distance in an equal interval of time. So in the case of non-uniform motion, we can't say the actual speed of the object, because uniform motion, because it is covering always equal distance in an equal interval of time. So we can say the actual speed of the object. But if we are maybe an object, it is showing the non-uniform motion, so we can't talk about the actual speed of the object. It means what is the speed of this object. So in the case of non-uniform motion, we have to calculate the average speed of the object. Maybe I am moving from one place to another place, and sometimes my speed is very fast, because it means I am covering a larger distance in a very short period of time. Maybe I am covering a 1 kilometer only in just 10 minutes, and it means now this time my speed is 1 kilometer upon 10 minutes, 1 kilometer by 10 minutes. But now next again I am covering a 1 kilometer, but I am taking a more time, because maybe traffic is there, heavy traffic is there on the road, so I am taking a 20 minutes. So now my speed will be 1 kilometer upon 20 minutes. Then again this road is completely vacant, and again I am covering a 1 kilometer and I am taking only 5 minutes. Now my speed will be 1 kilometer upon 5 minutes. So in this case, for reaching from one point to another point, I can't say the actual speed of me. It means in total journey, what is the actual speed of me. Okay, so in this case we have to calculate the average speed of the object. So average speed we can calculate by using this formula: total distance divided by total time. Average speed, it is equal to total distance divided by total time. It means if I am moving from one place to another place, just as I talk, okay, and in a first I am covering 1 kilometer and I am taking a 10 minutes. Next I am covering a 1 kilometer and I am taking a 20 minutes. Next I am covering a 1 kilometer and I am taking only 5 minutes. So I will calculate the total distance. It means 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer and 1 kilometer. And I will calculate the total time. It means 10 minutes, 20 minutes and 5 minutes. It means the total distance for reaching from one point to another point, there is a 3 kilometer and total time is 25 minutes. Now I can calculate the average speed. So again there is one example you can see. Maybe this is an object and it has to reach from A point to B point. And from reaching to the A point to B point, Again and again it is covering a 1 kilometer, but it is taking a unequal interval of time. First it is taking a 1 hour, now it is taking a half an hour, and now it is taking a 1 hour. So we can say from a point to this point, the speed of this object is a 1 kilometer per hour, and from this point to this point, this speed of the object is a 1 kilometer half an hour, and from this point to this point, the speed of the object, this is a 1 kilometer per hour. But we can't say the actual speed of the object from reaching from this point to this point, because again and again the speed of the object is changing. So in this case we have to calculate the average speed of the object. So we can calculate the average speed of this object, because the formula of the average speed, it is total distance divided by total time. So in this example, first of all we have to calculate the total distance of the object, total distance covered by an object. So it is covering 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer and 1 kilometer. It means total distance covered by an object is a 3 kilometer. Now we will calculate the total time taken by the object for covering this distance. So it is taking a 1 hour, now it is taking a half an hour, and now it is taking a 1 hour. So total time it is taking a 2.5 hour. Now we can calculate the average speed of this object by placing these values in the formula. So average speed, now we have calculated the total distance, it is a 3 kilometer, and we have calculated the total time, it is a 2.5 hour. We can write 2.5 an hour, it is like this, 2.5 hour. So if we remove this point, now it will be 0. It means 30 kilometer divided by 25 hour. Now we can cross by table of 5. 5 6 are 30 and 5 5 are 25. 6 by 5 kilometer per hour. We can write in the fraction and we can write in the point. Like 5 ones are 5 and 5 2s are 10. It means 1.2 kilometer per hour. This is the average speed of this object. Thank you for watching my video, and if you like and if you understand by my video, please share, subscribe my channel.